Hey y'all, welcome to our channel. Okay, let's see what next zodiac sign I'm gonna do. Alright. Alright. We got my Pisces. Pisces. Whoever wrote this did not spell Pisces right. There's an S missing, but alright, Pisces, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see what is going on with you. My Pisces. Alright. Okay, let's see what the recent past brings for our Pisces. Holy Spirit, what's the recent past? Two of Cups. Okay, there could have been a soulmate connection. Soul tie here, love, happy couple, a partnership here. Potential. You may have saw potential in someone in the recent past, or you could be in a relationship with this person, a marriage, an engagement, a courtship here, compatibility, or at least you thought there was some attraction, connection, soulmate tie here with the Pisces. Okay, what's current energy? Holy Spirit, what's current energy for Pisces here? Whoa. I'm going to put that back because that almost fell on the floor. What's the current energy here? Okay, the devil came out. What the? Okay, we're going to redo this one more time. All right. Whoa. Okay, we're not doing this. Okay, what is the current energy? Three of Cups in reverse. Okay. It really says bitch on this card. Okay, so there could be something that's not working out, a lack of a social life here. You know, Three of Cups in the reverse. Okay. Your current energy is bitchy. Someone could be overindulging here. Or you have a lack of a social life in the current energy. Maybe you don't feel like doing much here. What is going on? What is on your person's mind? The person that you think about, what's on their mind? What's on your person's mind? Now the person that's on your mind, what's on their mind? And Nine of Cups in reverse. Broken dreams, unhappiness. They're disappointed here? Or suffering? Nine of Cups in reverse. Lack of fulfillment here. What's going on there? All right, what do they think of you? Six of Swords. That fell. Hold on. This is a moving on card. Escape, travel, relief, stability. This is overcoming. They could want to move to calmer waters with you. I don't know if you guys are going through something right now, or they want to move on. But this is, what do they think of you? That you want to move on? How do they feel about you deep down? Page of Swords reversed. Disappointed. Defensive. They could be a player from the Himalaya. Okay, how do you feel? How does Pisces feel about this person? Judgment sideways. You could be indecisive over this person. Okay, how are they going to be moving towards you? What's their next action? Ugh. Unsuccessful here. This is a King of Pentacles in reverse. Can be a greedy, vicious man. They can take a bribe. This is someone, an unsuccessful businessman. Corruption. They could want to move to you toward. I don't know if there's any movement here. Hold on a second. Okay, hidden factors which you don't see coming. The Star and travel here. Something, okay. Could be some fast healing. Creativity, inspiration here coming in very quickly. Some of y'all during the holiday, because you got holiday on this card. You got a fallish looking card too. Okay, what you don't see coming is something. We'll see what that is. What is your advice? Page of Cups, the Emperor. Heal your inner child. You could have father wounds. Maybe you have a good father, but you could have inner childhood wounds that you need to heal. Okay, for advice, what is the outcome here? Potential outcome is a lot of fighting, or the outcome is conflict, fighting and aggression if you continue this. Okay, so we go from the two, okay, Pisces. We go from the Two of Cups to the shit show. What the hell happened? What the hell happened? All right, let's break it down. Break it down, break it down. Let's see if I can use the deck I haven't used in a while. I'm going to break it down here. Yeah, and when I broke the deck, you got the Two of Cups in reverse. This went from a Two of Cups in the upright to a Two of Cups in the reverse. Woo-wee. This codependent relationship here. I don't know. If you're a Pisces female, you could have been dealing with the King of Pentacles in reverse, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, masculine here. Doesn't have to be, or this could be male on male. This could be female on female. It don't matter. You could have been dealing with somebody here who is actually very toxic and very codependent on you financially here. Maybe you were codependent on them financially. You thought this was a dream come true. It is not. Two of Coins here. Overcommitted, poor choices, scattered, dropping the ball, overwhelmed, disorganization here. Okay, let's jump into this recent past. What was going on? Okay, let's leave the past behind. Okay, what happened after this? Because the current energy goes from like you're not working it out to, you're not celebrating, you're not happy, you're not joy. You go from the Two of Cups to Three of Cups in reverse. What happened here? Knight of Coins in the reverse. You feeling stuck or bored? It's like a Knight of Coins in the reverse. Okay, a Knight of Coins is the slowest moving knight in the deck, and this in reverse. This is someone who wasn't moving forward. Why is the Knight of Coins? There's stuckage here. It wasn't moving anywhere, and this is a Knight energy, and it's in the reverse. And then we got the King of Pentacles. First of all, let me pull you could be an Emperor, Pisces, and you were dealing with a codependent. Okay, no, I'm not going to say that because that's your advice is to get an offer from this Emperor. Okay, and to get rid of this King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, never mind. I'm scratch that, delete. Okay, what happened here? You could literally be dealing with a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Okay, feminine or masculine. There's financial dependency or there's a codependency here. This was unsuccessful. This was not a solid foundation. You thought this was your end-all be-all. Your advice is to take this offer or give this offer to an Emperor here. Okay, not no Knight of Coins, the King of Pentacles in reverse. This is very toxic. Okay, this can be a greedy, vicious individual. Okay, what happened here? Maybe this person had a drinking addiction. They overindulged. They could have called you the B word. Maybe you think they're a bitch. I don't know. Maybe they are a bitch. People are bitchy. Eight of Cups in the reverse. They were dishonest. Faking happiness, wrong reasons. This is staying for the wrong reasons. You could have been staying for money and realizing this isn't love. That's a codependent relationship when you stay with somebody here for the wrong reasons. What was this wrong reason? If it was a wrong reason. The Hermit in reverse. Fear, paranoia, restriction, powerless. You could feel like this person control you. A King of Pentacles in reverse can be controlling. Hermit in reverse. Loneliness as well. You could have stayed because out of the fear of being alone. Okay. Okay, this is a big no, 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 no. Let me see you go. Bye, 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 bye. Eight of Cups. This person could have been a liar. You still felt empty. You thought it was your Two of Cups. This is not wish fulfillment here. Broken dreams. On your person's mind, too, they feel like this was, some of y'all, you could be, your person feels like this was not successful, that this was unhappiness, this was a nightmare. Tell us what else is on your person's mind. Death. Complete renewal. This is an ending. Okay, letting it go. So your person is letting this go too. What is our collective doing? Are they the Fool in the reverse? You could have been holding back. You could have been holding back, but staying in this for the wrong reasons. Okay. Okay, sometimes, I can be doing a reading for collective, and we don't always have to be. Okay, so you were staying with someone for the wrong reasons, and you need to let it go and end this, so they are ending this. On your person's mind, they're over and out. They're letting this go. And your energy, you could have been holding back. Why? Judgment in the reverse. Indecisive, self-doubt. Unwilling to learn karmic lessons, negative self-talk. Okay. You got to learn this. What is the karmic lesson? Eight of Coins in reverse. Repetitive. Dealing with people that aren't delivering what you need, what you deserve. You have to keep learning the same lessons till you learn the lesson here. Over and over is written on this card. You're learning some cycle over and over. 5 of Cups or 10 of Cups in the reverse. Imbalance, broken, discord, inauthentic relationships. Full sense of security here. This is, you're staying in connections here. Oftentimes people will end and break up things with us and end it with us until we learn a repetitive cycle here. A full sense of security. I don't know if you're with this person for money. They were with you for money. Or maybe you just don't like you don't like to be alone. This is not a reason. You have to be whole within yourself and know that you deserve better here, or that this is not. And two, this person could be unmotivating you, where you don't have a social life. The Tower, a sudden ending, a sudden eruption, a sudden shift. Empress in reverse. Blocked, insecure. You could be very insecure. You could be insecure about your body image here. You're neglecting yourself. You're dependent on other people for your wish fulfillment here. This person, you could be a Pisces here. This person's done. They're done. They don't find this, as hard as this may be to hear, it's not you. Well, it is in a sense. It's almost like your current energy is the Empress in the reverse, 3 Cups in reverse. You don't have energy. You don't have a social life, and you're very insecure. Or you're neglecting yourself. Because you're pouring yourself and your heart and your mind and your soul into things that don't serve you, that aren't for your greatest good, that don't boost your confidence. But you need to be whole within yourself here, honey boo boo. Okay. 10 of Wands in reverse. Readjust, release, reduce, get your priorities straight. Delegate responsibility, priorities. It's okay. Don't think I'm coming at you. I'm not going to say what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. This is for my Pisces out here that have a blockage. And your blockage is your own confidence, honey. And you who you truly are, who are they truly on the inside? Let's get some positive energy on this board. Now, what the fuck is this? Emperor in the reverse. Okay, who you truly are on the inside, you guys could literally have some father wounds. This is father issues or an absent father, aggressive. You could really be a Pisces. You could be a masculine Pisces or a feminine Pisces, and you got the Emperor and Empress in the reverse. Okay, you could really be a Pisces out here that can be aggressive, undisciplined, inflexible, my way or the highway, very egotistical, very prideful, arrogant. Honey, my Pisces are not, they need to get a spanking. And some of y'all Queen of Swords in reverse are a bitch. It's okay. It's okay. Y'all, we all have a purpose, all right? I cannot. You could be very harsh. Y'all, my Pisces, what is going on? Okay, so this is interesting because your advice is to become the Emperor in the reverse. Your current energy is the Emperor in the reverse. You need to be an Emperor in the upright. 2 different decks. Your current energy is the Emperor in the reverse. This is someone who is my way or the highway, very full of pride. You need to go through an ego death. You got Judgment sideways here. You need to go through an awakening here. You could feel like you don't want to do the work. You could lack forgiveness here. This person, how they feel about you is they're disappointed. They think you're very defensive, and they could think you're a player. They're not watching you either. If you think they're watching you online, they're not. This is kind of like a reading, like where it's okay to admit. Can you guys just do me a favor in the comments? Admit you could be dealing with a Pisces, and this is their energy. Okay, take it as you could be a crap. You guys could be, but we all have work to do. We all have a shadow self. You could be aggressive. You could have had a very violent childhood. You could have Pisces in your chart. You could be a father. You could be an absent father. You could be a bitch. I have bitch moods all the time. You know, and you could be neglecting yourself. You could overindulge in liquor. There's a painful ending here. You could have had a painful ending. Your dad could have passed away. I'm so sorry for your loss. This could be where the issue's stemming from. You could have lost somebody. I don't know if you lost someone that was really close to you. You could have lost a mother or a father. Some of y'all could have lost a mother and a father. You could have had a distorted mother and father in your life. Some of y'all here could be this could be the root of the issue here. You could be a Pisces out here that has gone through a lot of betrayal that has made you very bitter. So instead of doing the work, you stay stuck. And you're unflexible when it comes to your healing, but honey, that's holding you back from your ultimate wish fulfillment. So the advice is to flip you upright. Okay, that's all. We've all been in our wounding. We've all operated in our shadow side. You know, but it's up to you. You can remain. I have exes that never changed. They never wanted to grow up. You know, they never wanted to stop being abusive. Or, you know, like, but, you know, I could be watching for one of y'all. Y'all could be, we got some distorted feminines and distorted masculines that need to spank themselves and flip themselves back up, right? You have that potential here. We've all been an Emperor, Empress in reverse energy. Maybe. Or this is absent father, absent mother, a dependent. You have insecurity stemming from your childhood here. Maybe you had an unstable parent. Your parents were not in a successful marriage. Like you got marriage here. Maybe you had upside down parents. And this is the root of the issue. So you keep attracting people that are no good for you. That end up being the toxic devil that ends in nothing but fighting. But it could in unhealthy relationships. You could have been raised in an unhealthy family dynamic, which is affecting your adulthood here. And you need to go through a transformation here. Oh, that feels good. Keep doing that. Okay, so sorry you guys. Okay, where were we at? Yeah, you could have had a painful ending with a mother or father that has affected you, and it could be causing some issues here. Okay, all right. So yeah, this person's done. What is this? Okay, what do they think of you? You got escape. They could want to move to. This is moving on, healing. They want to go and heal. What is this? What do they think of our Pisces? The person on their mind. What do they think? End of chapter of the world. That this cycle is complete. This is over. Okay. This is the end of a chapter. Moving on. This person's done. This other person's moving on. You know, it is what it is. Maybe you're moving on. You can flip it if you need to. But when I ask these questions, what do they think of you? And I'm doing with the Pisces, they think they're moving on. It's like thinking is just they want to move to calmer waters. They were disappointed here, and that's how do they feel about you deep down? They're disappointed here. They could think you're very defensive, or they think you're a cheater here. What is this? They're disappointed here. What is it? What do they feel deep down? What is this? Ten of Wands sideways. It's just like they're not having their guards up. Nine of Coins too. This is interesting because Nine of Coins. This is freedom, and just they're moving forward here. Deep down, they want freedom here. What else? What is this? Knight of Wands sideways. You could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sag. They could think you're over the top. Five of Coins, harsh. That is a harsh condition. This is a breakup, financial ruin, loss, leaving you out in the cold. They're leaving this deep down. They're done. They're literally done. Hold on a second. All right, so yeah, this person just looks like they're over this. How do you feel? You got Judgment sideways here. This is like, it's kind of like mediocre. Let's just dive in. What does our collective feel about them? How do you guys feel? How does Pisces feel about collective? Some of y'all, you weren't dealing with such a good person either. I'm not saying you're not a good person. That sounded really bad. But this timing, this is a this timing card, dark to light. How do you feel? You could feel like you want a fresh start. And you're like in the process of a spiritual awakening, but you haven't gone there. 10 of Swords in the reverse. You're overcoming this painful ending. You're moving on too. You're over it too. 5 of Swords. You could be very hostile. This is also, how do you feel? This is abusive, self-sacrificing. You could feel like in your ego wanting to win at all costs. Someone like is holding like a knife behind his back. You could be bitter. You could feel defeated or conflicted. And then you got the Devil here in the reverse. Physical, emotional. This is a negative karmic connection here. Codependent, toxic relationship. Maybe this could be a little bit of their energy, but this is how do you feel? You could feel like there's too much conflict here, that you've sacrificed too much. You could feel like it was abusive. You're over it. You're healing from this 10 of Swords reverse. You could have thought this person was physically or emotionally abusive, and it was a negative karmic connection. You guys could have both been a little bit. Or this person was keeping you in the Emperor and Empress in the reverse because of how toxic this was. How are they going to be moving towards you? They're not. And if they do, it's going to be for financial or something here. But, like, you could, like, this could have been so toxic that this person was bringing you in a distorted energy. When you're naturally an Emperor or Empress in the upright, this person was keeping you in the Emperor, Empress in the reverse. And you could, and it could be stemming from your childhood trauma. So, you know, as well. So you had to break a repetitive cycle here so you can get out of this distorted energy and attracting distorted people. King of Pentacles in the reverse. You could be, like I said, dealing with the Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Some of y'all were dealing with a Knight of Cups in reverse, a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, a heartbreaker, someone who's manipulated, disappointing, upset. It could be even to obsession here. But you were dealing with somebody here who could be broke and they not very emotionally available. It's unrequited love here. Okay, and how are they moving towards you? They're not. You got the Horse upside down. This person's not going to move towards you in love. They're not going to spend any money. I don't know. This person is not. It's going to be unsuccessful movement. There's no movement here. This, I think, is just a clean slate. You guys are both done. It was toxic. This person was bringing out the worst in you. I don't know. What is their energy? They're the Queen of Pentacles sideways. They could be very manipulative here. The Lovers in the reverse. This person is disconnected. They have an imbalance too. Okay, this person doesn't. This is misaligned values. You guys are not a match here. Okay, you guys, this is just complete toxic. This is someone that this is someone who's unwilling to learn a karmic lesson, or maybe you are. This is someone who could be indecisive. They could have their own insecurities and they're rubbing that off onto you. Hold on a second. But yeah, like this was a discorded relationship. This is very, very toxic and volatile. You guys could have been coming out. I know I was kind of a little bit harsh on, you know, your guys' energy, but it could be stemming because this person is toxic AF. And you could, a very codependent relationship that could be bringing out the worst in you. Okay, and you need to move forward from this person because you could have felt like very distorted, like you can't move forward here. Nothing was working. You're stuck. You don't have the energy to go out with your friends. And that's because this person is still siphoning your energy here. You got to release this person here. hidden factors, what you don't see coming. Something you don't see coming is some recognition, healing here. Travel news. This could be leading, thinking on one's feet. What is this that's coming towards collective here? Spiritual strength here. You've healing, rejoining the world, awakening. This is beautiful. Okay, so you go through you getting rid of this person completely, change your energy. So y'all were dealing with somebody here that brought out literally a really dark side of you. That is not really you. Now that this person is out of your energy, your life changes at a very rapid pace here. This is someone who's healing and recovering. What you don't see coming is you're going to be healed rather quickly. And some of y'all are going to be seen in the spotlight here, getting some recognition here. You know, your advice is here is to heal your inner childhood. Maybe look, you know, getting some advice from an older adult figure. Maybe you are close to your dad. Maybe you have a mother wound or something. Take it as a resonate. But some of y'all here could be a father. You don't have to. Or this is giving, maybe taking an offer from an emperor. Or giving an offer to somebody here of higher stature. Like giving your love offers to higher quality individuals instead of like a King of Pentacles in reverse or an Emperor and Empress in the reverse. Instead, give your love offer to someone who's more stable here. And learn the lesson to stop drawing in these individuals that actually keep you stagnant and in the reverse position here. This could be also pouring love into yourself here. What is this as for the advice? Don't waste your talent. Get rid of this negativity. The Magician in reverse, you know, is a narcissistic card. This is like stop giving your love. The advice is stop giving your love offers to narcissists because it stops you from manifesting, and instead give your offers to emperors or be the emperor. Stand in your power. Be stable and structured within yourself here and take the lead and stop giving your offers to narcissists, or this is to healing from a narcissist. You could have been dating a narcissist, which why it made you look like a narcissist. That could be what I was picking up on. Okay, this could be your advice is to remain in control of your life and not get off your throne for anyone. And be thrown off your square for anyone. Yes, and Queen of Cups, come into balance and love yourself here. Or give an offer to a Queen of Cups. To someone who actually loves you. Or this could be giving that love offer to yourself here. This could be someone, careful, because this could be like, someone could want to come in and apologize. This narcissist, don't take this person. I'm not really getting that, but if someone does try to come back and apologize, you don't get off your throne. All right, what's the outcome here? For this actual connection, this outcome is not love, it's not your soulmate. Okay, you know, the outcome here is a shit show. So don't go back to, they may come back in and apologize. Don't, because it's going to end on it's going to end the same way it ended before and after, again and again. You could have given this person multiple chances. It's not going to end well. You already know how it ends. This person looks like they're done and it looks like you're done too, which is good. But, you know, energy can change. This person could want to try one more time. Some of y'all, that may be true. Others of y'all, this person's just done. You're done. Y'all know it was toxic AF, but it's still affecting you. This could have been from years ago. It can take years to recover from a narcissistic relationship. So you'd be like, why is this person still in my energy? Because you're still need healing. Whether you can see it or not, it could be in the subconscious here. What is the, let's see what your future is. Holy Spirit, what's the future for Pisces? What's going on? Lovers in reverse. Okay, so you could have trust issues. And you could lack accountability. Or lack a sense of responsibility. Just, you know, own up to your flaws as well. Right now, like, your current future it doesn't look like your love life is going to be much. You could still have a little bit of ego work and pride work that you need to heal from. But this is also walking away from... Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, you could have trust issues because you had a very volatile previous connection. Okay, this is still in your future. But this is walking away from trust issues, walking away from people that want to win at all costs, walking away. And this could be yourself too, walking away from your ego side, going through an ego death, walking away from your shadow side, healing from people that hurt you, didn't love you, but at the end of the day, weren't loving yourself by allowing people that didn't love you to be in your life. So you taking back your power, you bring in and attract in the Two of Cups here. Okay, and you could have children here in your future as well. But you have an ongoing battle here that you have to heal that is keeping you stuck. And it could be trust issues. It could be fear. You could have insecurities about your body, like I talked about, that is affecting your relationship. You got to let that go and be confident within yourself and let your guard down. You could have insecurities because you could have been in a lot of abusive relationships, or it stems from your childhood wounding that you need to heal. Otherwise, you're going to continuously take it into your relationships, and all your relationships are going to end because you're insecurities. You could be a type of person that gets in a relationship and you accuse somebody of cheating and it just turns toxic and they're never cheating, but you think they are because you have unhealed trauma from a previous. You have to heal that, or it's going to affect every single relationship until you learn the lesson here. Okay, so that is your reading, y'all. I hope that resonates. Let me know.